All right, let's talk about something that's probably happened to a lot of us. You get a phone call, totally out of the blue, and someone's asking for a donation to support your local police. It feels like the right thing to do, but is it always what it seems? We're going to break down what you really need to know before you decide to give.
So, you know the scene, right? You're at home, maybe you're in the middle of making dinner, and the phone rings. The voice on the other end is super friendly, really convincing, and they're asking for your help to support the men and women who protect your community. It sounds official, it sounds urgent, and it really taps into that part of you that wants to do some good. And look, that instinct to help, that's a great thing. The whole appeal is designed around our desire to be good citizens. You hear support the police, and right away you think, yeah, I want to help the officers right here in my town, give them what they need to do their jobs and stay safe.
And when you decide to give, you probably have a clear picture in your head of where that money is going. You're imagining it buying new, vital equipment, maybe better vests or some new tech for their cars. Or you think, great, this will fund better training, or maybe it'll help with community outreach. You might even picture it going to a fund that supports officers' families when they need it most.
Okay, but this is where the story takes a sharp turn. That well-meaning donation you just made, the path you think it's taking, well, it often leads to a very, very different destination. The truth behind a lot of these phone calls is unfortunately not what you'd expect at all.
So the big question is, who is actually calling you? Well, in a whole lot of cases, it's not your local police department. It's a third-party fundraiser, usually what's known as a political action committee, or a PAC. And this is the part you've got to understand. They are totally separate organizations. Their business is raising money, not policing.
And this is the part that might really get you. If you could see a pie chart of where your money goes, it would be staggering. A huge chunk of your donation, and I mean huge, sometimes 85% or even more, never ever reaches the police. It just gets eaten up by the PAC's own fundraising and operating costs, leaving just a tiny little sliver for the actual cause you thought you were supporting.
Now, the point of all this isn't to say don't give, it's to say we need to give smarter. So how do you cut out that middleman and make sure your support actually has an impact? Well, thankfully, the answer is pretty straightforward.
It all comes down to what we're going to call the direct donation rule. It's a super simple 3-step process. Step 1, just make it a personal rule to never ever donate over the phone. Step 2, just politely end the call. And step 3, this is the most important part, if you really want to give, pick up the phone yourself and call your local police or sheriff's department directly and ask them how you can best help.
If you take away just one thing from this, let it be this sentence right here. That unsolicited phone call is the single biggest red flag. By just saying no to donating over the phone, you're protecting your wallet and making sure your generosity doesn't get taken advantage of. See, what this is really all about is putting you back in control. Instead of just reacting to some high-pressure sales pitch over the phone, you take charge. By making the contact yourself, you guarantee that 100% of your donation goes exactly where you want it to. You become a smarter, more effective donor, and you know your support is actually making a difference.
And that brings us to one last thought. This whole fundraising approach, it's not just for police-related charities. You'll run into it for all kinds of causes. So the real question to leave you with is this. How can you take this direct donation rule and apply it the next time your phone rings with an unexpected request for money, no matter what the cause?